Class. Many of you are now up to this week's assignment, and that's going to be the newest assignment using Google Drawing, titled The Timeline of Social Media, which it will be due this week. There's a direction sheet which is posted on your stream for your particular class, and also the social media timeline artwork that you're going to be using, the template. And basically, I'm going to go through the beginning stages of it. So the first thing that you would do once you get to the post, you will review what you have to do. Your directions are you have to find the 15 missing social media logo designs and insert them into the drawing template that you have to rename before using it. Please also be mindful that in the title of the Google drawing, you have to insert your name and class on there, and there's a section in the middle. The deadlines are as follows. It's pretty self-explanatory. And the visual looks like this. This is the completed one. Now, you're not going to be able to find some of the same icons. That is fine because some of these companies have updated or revised. So whichever one you can get close to, that is fine. All of them are going to be emailed to my email address, and there will be shortly a Google Classroom section for that toward the end of the week or the middle of the week where you can upload it there as well. Okay. For your performance assessment, all students, there will be a response on 2 or 4 social media prompts that you will have to complete and send back. Okay. It may be in a Google Doc that you'll be handing that in. So if you're in 606, your deadline to submit this will be Wednesday. If you are in 604, your deadline for this will be Thursday. If you are in 603 and 602, your deadline for this will be Thursday. So Wednesday's date will be May the 6th, and Thursday's date is May the 7th. So please look out for that in your email. Okay. Now, this is a little checklist. So basically what you're going to do is if you found the icon as you're adding your artwork, just put an X that you got it done. That's how I'm suggesting. Okay. Or any other way you want to format it or highlight it so you know you already put that in there. So what I mean by that, and I'm going to show you that briefly with the guide. All right. If you don't have access to Google Docs because you're using a phone only, then you're going to do this alternate assignment. And that alternate assignment is using Google Docs, create a table listing 2 separate columns identifying which social media apps you are familiar with and versus the ones that you are not. So you could actually take this table and you could copy it and paste it into your document. And then here I gave you an example. So YouTube would be one that I use. Meerkat was one I don't know. Okay. Then you have another task after this. And all this could be done on the same Google Doc. Okay. Write 1 paragraph personal experience with each of the social media apps you have used and describe what you used it for. Okay. It could even, if you don't want to do it in paragraph format, it could even be a list of the name and what you use it for. Okay. And number 3, research the history of 3 of the unfamiliar social media apps and rate what it did differently from the other companies / apps. Which are the top 3 based on your research that you would use if interested, or would you recommend for somebody to check out? And then you have a template that is available for you to copy and paste. You'll see links on here. Not these, all of these links won't be there. It might be 2 of these links might be left, just for display, as I was updating the Google Classroom. So that's the direction sheet. Then you would go back and then you would open up the template. This is the template that you would use. Again, this is the section in here. You double click in here, name, class, right? Okay. My dual language students, I'm going to give you the option to update a couple of these in Espanol. some of the names of the companies. Okay, not the years, but a couple of the names, and we'll talk in our Google Meet a little more into that. Okay, so all students, you get this. You're gonna go to File. You're gonna go make a copy. Again, I've gone through this for a couple of times. You're gonna rename it with your name, right? And your class, just like what I'm doing. And then I hit OK. When it's done doing this conversion, now I'm gonna find the icon for LinkedIn, right? Okay. So this is gonna be a process. Okay, so I'm gonna go to Insert and I'm gonna go to Image. Now it may be best, I'm gonna tell you, find your icons, put them in a folder early. Or you could try this way. Like I would find research all of my icons and put them in a folder so that I have it on the computer and then I could just upload it from the computer. But if I don't have it, I'm gonna go search for web. And then I'm gonna type in LinkedIn logo, right? I get one, I click it, I hit insert. Now I have to resize it. And then move it to the appropriate section. I'll go do another one so you know. Okay, then I click off of it. I go to insert, image, search for web, and my next one is going to be WordPress. And it's best that you go in the order that you see so that you won't have the issue. Hit return. Choose any one that you want for that. Drag it in. And then remember, you're going to have to resize it. And you have to resize it and then kind of line it up as best as you can with the line that's attached to the arrow. And then you would go to Flickr. That's the last one I'm going to stop off at. And then you could choose either one of those that you want for Flickr. I'm going to choose this one. And I could drag it in. And then resize it. And again, you're resizing it so that the icons don't cover any text and they fit in the spot that it needs to fit in. And then when you're done and you're finished, you hit share. And then you save this to my email. Right when you're done, the Mr. Wins and RELC, edit rights, hit send. And then when you go to the Google Classroom, what you have to do is File, Download, and I'm going to say save it as either a JPEG or a PDF, and then you'll put it in the classwork section on the Google Classroom. That's how you would do that if you're doing the regular lesson. Okay? If you're not doing the regular lesson and you're doing the alternative lesson, this is how you would go about the process. Okay? You would download this form. You would have to go to File, make a copy. Okay? And in there, you'll rename it, your name and your class, right? You will hit OK. When that's done populating, then you will enter in the data that you need to do in the header. And then inside of here you could put the number, right? And if you have more choices, don't worry. If you hit tab, it's going to add another box. Tab, it's going to hit another box. Okay, just pointing that out. And then you will follow through with the prompts. Same thing here. If you need more lines, you hit tab, and then you're going to get the extra lines. Okay, that's for the alternative assignment. And then last thing everybody should do before even starting this new assignment, on the Google Post, there is a section where it says Tech Work Review. You open it up in Google Sheets. This was from Friday for that class. I'll point out for another class. Every class has one, right? You're going to look and see what you have to turn in. I'm just going through this kind of quickly so that everybody knows where it's at in the post, okay? Because I got folks from different classes, so it's always a challenge. So 602, by the time I see you on Wednesday, this will be here as well. This is already here, and you will look and see what you have to turn in. Okay, and then finally I have one more class, 604, same thing. Just point it out. And then on yours, of course, that would be your file. You will look at that first, see what you have to turn in, finish turning in all of that stuff, because each week what's going to wind up happening, I'm going to create a new tab. If I go back to my 606 class, just to kind of show you real quick, each week at the bottom, I'm going to create a new tab. So this is this week's, right? And I'm going to rename that. So this was the week 5-1. Then you're going to see one that's going to be 5, the ending week, Friday, 5-8. And then you're going to see your name and all that other kind of stuff is going to have the same thing, what you have to do. So this will be your checklist in case you missed the video session, what you got to work on. And as I get the work in, I'm going to be updating it on the Teacher Ease, and then I'm going to try to reflect it. So by Thursday afternoon, I'll be updating the latest stuff for that. So this completes the tutorial for the new assignment. Have any questions, you can reach me at 732-856-8321. Thank you.